I don't know if you can see in a far distance. We have snow-covered mountains. I've probably got my finger over the microphone here. Hang on a second. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. So, that's beautiful, right? And there's a beautiful park here, which I'm going to show you, that I'm going to go to. And I got my coffee. And it's just a really pretty day. This is the reason why people live in Vancouver. I'm 10 minutes away from my home. Snow on the hills. Green grass at my feet. A hazy day, but beautiful. And people out with their dogs. Now this is the on the leash section. Over there in the next brownie sort of section that you can see is where when the tide's in you can let your dogs off the leash, and it's really beautiful. But the ducks are here. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, hang on. So, for those people who love to ski, it's a really wonderful place to be. And we're out on a sort of spit at the moment. And I was going to walk the other way, but I'll be walking into the sun, so I don't want to do that. So obviously that's a sort of like a mud bank there, but it's such fun for the doggies. They just love it here. And then over here we have like a yacht club area. Now, as you can see, that we're going into the shady bit. It's getting cooler. I can feel it on my face. But I love the look of this little sailing club here. It's just so cute. But while I'm here, I'm going to take a little bit of a walk and enjoy my coffee. And I'll get back to you in a little bit. Bye-bye for now. Well, it's quite funny because you missed a prize doofus moment as I was walking. I managed to trip. Coffee all over me. But how beautiful is that? January. Look at the color of that water. Just amazing. So, don't tell anybody it's not all about igloos. That's what everybody seems to think I live in. So it is really idyllic. Actually, the amazing thing is normally at this time of the year, all the hills that I'm looking at here would be covered in snow. And as you can see there are some, but not a lot. So it's a bad year for the skiers locally. It's okay if you go up to Whistler or Blackcomb home, but for the local ski hills it's obviously not going to be a high grossing season for them, and that's sad. Okay, this is Dear Mama Sal saying hope you enjoyed the view. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. Alright, so I probably walked for about 15 minutes or so, which was great for the lungs, and getting some fresh air inside me. And also for my peace of mind. Of course, now I've got the sniffs. And I'm going, oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. I have to hope that I don't sniff too much. And if I do, forgive me. Because I've just gone from 6 degrees into a warm car. Oh well. It was really very, very pleasant. Even though I'm wearing, you know, sort of boots with a slight heel on them. They're what I call a stub heel. They're not a stiletto heel. They've got a, you know, big square heel on them. So it was quite comfortable walking, even though I hadn't intended to do that. But it was just so pretty, why wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? Just take a second out of your day and do that. So now I'm driving into the sun, which is a little bit nasty, but that's okay. And now I'm off to the supermarket, store, whatever, to get the groceries I need for tomorrow. And then I will update you as to how much I spent there as well. What are we up to? About 210 so far, right? This is why I don't allow myself to go out very often. And really, none of this so far is, well, the coffee was a luxury. Yep, okay, I'll give you that. The coffee, the $6 was a luxury. But it did put food in my stomach, which was a good idea. Alright, so I'll get back to you when I finish shopping. Bye-bye for now. So, I went in for roast beef I could roast, cream cheese, vegetable, thank you, vegetables for tomorrow, some coffee for work, stuff like that. I think I had about 3 or 4 things on my list. Now then, I spent 140 something, so now we were up to 206, 306, 34, say 350 I spent today. I've been out 2 hours. However, let me explain to you why. I went to go and get what I thought would just be a regular thing of beef, and they had standing rib at half price. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but any of you who know your beef, oh, there's a serious traffic jam in my neck of the woods. Oh, and police cars. Oh, that's a nasty accident, must have been up there. Alright, anyway, we'll be grateful that we weren't in a hurry and that we missed it. Anyway, so the standing rib, I grew up on eating standing rib on Sundays because we lived on a farm and we grew our own beef, as they say. So to me, standing rib is like the cut to have. If you're going to have roast beef, have standing rib. Now, I very rarely have it because I can't afford it, to be honest. But when you've got a $60 standing rib marked down to under 30, then you go, I cannot afford to ignore that. In fact, I bought 2. Because that's a really good price. Now, I could have got more meat for less, but you know, there's something about really good quality that makes it worthwhile. So, Ange, in case you watch this before you have dinner, you have to know I spoiled you. And then, so you didn't get a card and all sorts of other things I was going to get. I put the money into the food. So the good news is, though, that I got all the things I wanted to get. But isn't it amazing how quickly I got to spend $350 today, and very little to show for it. And that's the downside of living where I live. But I am pretty lucky. What I decided to do was, do I cook both standing ribs together and you know, eat one tomorrow and then slice up the leftovers so that we've got, you know, other days that we can have standing rib? Or do I leave it so I can cook it, you know, pretty fresh from frozen? I'm not sure. I'll make that decision when I cook tomorrow. But I do know it's going to be really tasty and everybody's going to enjoy it. And of course, now I've got to work out how many people are coming and how many Yorkshires I have to make, because, as you know, I have a family that consumes Yorkshire puddings like they're never going to be any more in their lives. And so we need... Oh, that is quite a nasty accident. Shame. I hope everybody's okay. Doesn't look like it was life-threatening, but it looks like somebody got a serious headache out of that one. So I will have to work out, you know, just how much Yorkshire pudding I need to make and how much gravy. Because, you know, it's the Yorkshire pudding and gravy thing that they really like. It's not the meat. Why did I spend all the money on the meat? Because I enjoy it, that's why. Whoops. So what we're doing is I got some fresh beans as well. I don't have beans very often. So I thought beans with some almonds. I've got some almonds left over. And then we'll do, and onions. Sprinkle onions on them. Makes them very tasty. You know, those dried onions that you can get. So beans with almonds and sprinkled onions on top. I'm hungry already, aren't you? And then I'm going to do a carrot and yam sort of mixture, just for colour. And then, of course, my special roast potatoes. Now, I'm not sure if I have ever recorded the roast potatoes or not. This was taught to me, of all things, by an African cook when I was in Africa. An African cook who'd been to the Cordon Bleu, and I could not believe that she learned how to cook roast potatoes this way. And for those of you who have never seen me do it, I will do it tomorrow because I have real potatoes. When I say real potatoes, I got big potatoes, so I can do that. And I bought extra oil. It's not going to be a healthy meal, Jamie, but boy, am I going to enjoy it. Well, the family's all out today. I don't know where everybody is. Yvonne's working. That would be a good thing. And Wade probably is too. Oh well. And then there's me, enjoying my Friday. Thoroughly enjoying my Friday. Alright, peeps. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed the journey and seen how quickly DearMamaSal can spend $350 without even trying, which is why I try not to go shopping very often. This is just me being mean. There are my bluebells coming up, aren't they pretty? And then a daffodil. And then over here, that looks remarkably like a tulip to me. And there's another one right behind it. Huh. And look at that, a peanut. That's not everybody that grows peanuts in their garden, but apparently I do. So, and these are, oh, look at that. Lots of tulips coming there. So that's going to be really pretty. Now normally, let's have a little walk around the garden here because I want to have a look at this part of my garden. Oh, it's all still nicely covered with... I always put all my leaves on top of my garden during the winter to protect. I think we got some stuff coming through. Oh, and look at that. Even got a rose trying to grow. Ah, bless you, Rose. That's very kind of you. So, not much showing up here, though. Normally... Oh, wait a minute. No. Normally this part has crocuses and stuff coming through about now, but I don't see them. Okay. Maybe not. We'll just enjoy the bit we've got. There's absolutely nothing growing here. This is a third driveway I put in so that Yvonne and Wade could get off the road when they needed to. It's worked very well, actually. I'm glad I did it. Alright, this is Dear Mama Sal saying bye for now.